Good morning, y'all. We traveled here yesterday, and our reason for coming to Charlotte this time, not only to see the kids, but to get the camper worked on. Nothing major, just some warranty things and some little things that we found since we have been traveling or camping full time. So we're gonna get that looked at. Also, since we're in the region, I want to get some of these things looked at, taken care of, put on record. But we have to leave it. We have to leave the camper for 2 days, possibly 3 days. So this is going to be our first time out of the camper and staying somewhere else. And we're going to spend a couple of nights in a hotel. Then we're probably either gonna hang out with the kids if we need to for a third night. But this is the first for us. We've seen other full-timers having to do this, where they have to leave their home somewhere else. So we're kind of not leery about it, but kind of apprehensive. But we're gonna see how it works out. So the whole thing is being comfortable with somebody working on your rig with your stuff in it. Not sure how I feel about that yet, but that's the nature of traveling full time from what I've seen. So we're gonna show you our experience. We don't know what's gonna happen, actually. We're gonna go today and ask them what we need to take out. I don't know what we have to take out, but we're gonna find out. So it starts today. We're gonna take some stuff over to the kids, and then we're gonna come back. Well, I'm gonna come back and do some other stuff to get the camper ready. Don't cuss, you on camera.
Hi.
The good thing about having this toy hauler, this Grand Design 376 THS, is that it has that garage storage. So some of the stuff that we're gonna just move around, we're just gonna put back there until we get the camper back, and we'll just move them back here, back inside. Y'all hear that noise? That is technology at its finest, I would say. Bought these little water sensors to go behind this panel. And I see where some water, I was flushing the tanks, but I see where some water is down there. I'm wondering how it got to the back of this panel. But the little alarm is working. So I gotta take this board out, see what I can see. So after I pull everything out, we're going in. This is, at least it's enough room. But I might need to rethink this. Because when they go off, I gotta take this panel off. To reset everything. so you can see what I see. All right, there's the water right there. So I don't have a leak back here, up there. This, what they call it, the water station is metal, and it's crimped together at the bottom, but it's not sealed. So any water that drips down into this from those fittings up there, if you got a leak up there, or if you just got a fitting that's not right, or any water that leaks in there will tend to drip out, as you can see, through those crimps. Now, what I did see online was a guy that took some type of sealant, and he sealed it from the bottom all the way up to like here. So the water has to go out that where the hose comes in. So this is one of those designs that I wish they would change, and I'm glad I know that this works now. It's called a Govee, and it's a water sensor. But I taped it down so that it wouldn't move when we start traveling. And I have one there, and I have one over there. And so you might want to check into these. The only problem now is I gotta get a quicker access to this whole thing. Probably put hinges on it or something, so that if it goes off, I can easily get to it once I take all this stuff out. So that's the deal. So at least I know I don't have a pipe leak. I just got this this docking station leak. So we'll get back to flushing the tanks, and then I'll put this all back together again. Okay guys, everything's together. I had a leak up here where you connect your flush to flush out your black tank, but there's a hole right there in each corner, and it seems to be a separation in here that the water can actually run out, and I've seen it run out, especially on this side, and things will get wet. So you don't have a leak if you have this type of system. Check it out. I'm going to put some kind of sealant down there so that if water gets in here, it doesn't just run out, and because over time that could cause damage. Well guys, today we learned a lot. We considered a lot, but most of all, I begin to understand about full-time living when it comes to your RV maintenance, getting it in a shop. I see why so many full-time RVers now ride around with a problem, because you can't just get it fixed. And I understood that really from just traveling, but it didn't seem to be as urgent when we were traveling. We could go back home and take care of this, take care of that. But with RV dealerships, man, I don't know if they're overwhelmed or if I don't know what it is. But I'm learning that I don't need to expect a lot. And I don't want to say that in a bad way. I want to say that in a way that if you're thinking about doing this, if you're thinking about getting out and getting on the road, full-time RV, don't expect a lot from the dealerships. I don't know whether their hands are tied or whether they have so many hoops to jump through or what it is. But it's not like we just showed up. We have a reservation to get, or an appointment, not a reservation, to get our camper worked on. And there's some things that we told them about, earlier. And so they're going to take care of them. They're going to work on them. We're going to leave it. But the communication is key. And if you don't have communication between the people that you work with, Come to find out, this dealer, they had some communication errors based on another employee. Not bad, but I'm learning, and that's on me. And you know, great guys. I know they're trying. They're doing their best. They've really done a great job. So, but I'm saying that to say this. I'm not complaining about them. I'm not even complaining. I'm just putting this out here for you to learn and for me to learn. We got to be a little patient with those guys, and we got to understand that even though we're full-time, we're not the priority. You're going to be out of place for a little while. You may have to deal with a situation in your camper for a little while. I've had to really come to grips with that. The other thing, I got tires today for the truck. I put different tire. I didn't put the mud or the all-terrain. I put the mud and snow tire on it. I think they'll ride a little better, and I just like the fact that it's more of a road tire than a all-terrain. I'm not gonna do a lot of four-wheel in rough terrain. So we got that done today. We're gonna drop off the camper in the next day or so, on Wednesday, as a matter of fact. Today is Tuesday, so we're gonna pack up some stuff and get that done, get that ready to go, and then we're gonna go to the hotel. This is our first time doing this, so we don't know exactly how it's gonna flow, but we'll learn from it and we'll let you know. I am working. I'm working hard today. I'm editing, and while we're here in the hotel waiting for the camper to be worked on, Lynn is hanging out with our daughter. It's our daughter's birthday, Ava. And so I'm just in here plugging away, editing, getting stuff done. It's a little different than being in your camper. We've started getting used to being full-time and being in the camper all the time. So certain things that you look for, you can't find. This is one aspect of going full-time that we didn't think about. You know, suppose you have to get out of your camper for a little while. What do? So we decided to get a hotel room for a little bit. You know, we're making the best of it. It's not very many days, so we decided to do this. And if we need to, we can extend or we can make other arrangements. So if you're full-time or you're thinking about going full-time, you might want to consider this if you have to get out of your camper for a little bit. Not long-term, just short-term. Good morning, y'all. We have our home back. We picked it up yesterday and everything is hunky-dory. It felt kind of funny dropping everything off, leaving the camper, which is now our home. So we didn't have a home to go to. As you saw, we stayed in the hotel room. We've only been on the road about 60 odd days, or we've only been full-time about 60 odd days, and we've already experienced staying in a hotel while our camper's being worked on. Now, nothing bad about the camper. The camper was actually just getting some little warranty work, some things that we found done because we're in the area. We're, right down the street from the dealer that we bought the camper from. So it was more advantageous for us to change our schedule a little bit and do that than it was to say, nah, we'll get it later. Plus, we got to hang out some more with our kids, celebrate Nikki's birthday, and you know, it was just convenient. We figured we'd go ahead and take the time now, because when we leave, we won't be back in this area for a while. So if you are full-time and you've had to do that, put in the comments, you know, what your experience was. It just felt different for us. We'd never done that before. So now we have that experience and kind of a way to do that, especially if it's just a couple of days or so. And it wasn't too bad once I got over the fact that I had left everything that I had at a dealership. But one thing I can say about the dealership that we've dealt with, they have been courteous, they've been helpful. You know, as long as we've worked with them, they've worked with us. So that may be something that you want to think about when buying a camper. If you get a funny feeling from a dealer, hey, don't buy it. We've had a good experience here. I think we're going to continue to have a good experience. That's the way we kind of looked at this situation. This is a test for us and them to see, hey, are you going to keep your word? You say you were going to take care of us. So they've taken care of us, and we've really appreciated it. So we're going to get ready to do some other stuff today. This is probably going to be closing out this video, but wait a minute, I think Belinda wants to say something. Hold on.
Good morning, good morning. Guess what, guys? We got our camper back yesterday. No, we got our home back yesterday from having some warranty work done. And it was wonderful to be back home, sleep in our own bed last night. It was just great. Dwayne and I were talking about it this morning as we were having our coffee, that it just felt good to be home. And that's how it feels, like we have come back home. So we want to thank you for following this video. As always, please, please, please like, share, and subscribe if you have not already subscribed. And make sure you check out all the things that we have going on now. We've got memberships, we've got some new merch. Make sure you check out, we've got a yard flag that a lot of people have asked for, so go to our merchandise store and check out what we've got going on. Check out our Amazon store. Like I said earlier in another video, this is our commercial, but hey, this is how we're able to do what we do, and we thank you in advance for your support of All About the Banks, and we'll see you